Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you guys how I lost 20 pounds within 2 weeks. There's no exercising, there was no diet plan, there was no calculations, there was no gym membership, none of that. And it was by accident. Disclaimer, I had no intention of losing weight. I am not a personal trainer. I am not any medical professional. Speak with your doctor before you try this, all that good stuff. So I'm minding my business, living my life. I didn't have any diet plan in mind or anything like that. I wasn't even trying to lose weight. I'm gonna explain to you the things I did in order that made the weight fly off my bones. And when I say fly, I mean fly. My starting weight was 145 and my ending weight was 126, 125. And this was a few months ago, by the way. A few months ago, I was extremely busy. It was a very busy time in my life. And I was so busy that I forgot to eat. But let me explain. It was to the point where like I could work all day. Next thing you know, it's like 8 o'clock at night and I'm like, wait, I didn't eat nothing today. And only reason why I would know I was hungry is because like you can't really sleep when you're hungry, right? So I had that feeling in my stomach like, listen, I should probably get something to eat. And that was like for a week long. I'm like, oh snap, I need to eat something before I go to bed. You know, I didn't eat anything. And I would have like something light. I wouldn't have like a heavy dinner or anything. I would have something very, very light, like a snack, like a chicken salad or something. And whenever I got like cravings during the day, so I would still get those same I'm hungry cravings within the day, but I would ignore them because I was so busy and I was so focused on what I was doing. I would completely ignore my hunger craving and I would just work. If you're a workaholic, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't want to hear no comments. You're anorexic. I'm not anorexic. If you're a workaholic, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can work straight through the day and you're set. You know what I mean. And whenever I got the sensation that was like, oh, you're hungry, I would ignore it and push it off till maybe like 2-3 hours later. By that point, I am less hungry than I was than when I first got.
That you
I can't speak today. By that point, I am 10 times less hungrier than when I was first getting that hunger craving. At the point where you're hungry, you make yourself busy AF and you put it off for maybe an hour or 2 hours and then you get yourself something to eat. By that point, you will be less hungrier than you were before and you will eat less. It's kind of like, I don't know, does this happen to you? But on Thanksgiving, when you spend all day in the kitchen and you're hungry and you have a little something to eat and you're waiting until the meal. By the time like everybody get here 4 or 5 hours late, I don't want to eat anymore. Like I have like a little something, and then the next day when my hunger is reset, oh, I'm pigging out. I don't know. I'm just like that. Let me know if you're like that. I'm like that. Maybe it's just me. But yes. So in the morning times, I would literally have some tea. I don't prefer to drink anything caffeinated, but you can drink green tea. Green tea is known to help you lose weight. I was just having like a tea. When it came time to eat lunch, I wasn't doing lunch. I think I would have breakfast at like, not me getting mad over a car. Let's just start over. Having something warm on your stomach gives you that feeling of fullness, or at least for me. So tea in the morning, and then I didn't eat breakfast, or I didn't break my fast until, God damn. Everybody want to be outside. Go home. I wouldn't break my fast until around 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I would eat something light, or I would have my first meal. So my meal would consist of like, and I eat organic, by the way. It would be chicken, organic meat. You don't want to eat meat that contains any hormones, any pesticides, any of that crazy stuff. Eat as organic as possible when it comes to your meat, especially, please. Because if you mess up your hormones, you could just as easily gain weight. You know, you can give yourself eventually over time, those hormones build up in your system and they throw things off, right? So I make sure to eat organic meat, specifically chicken. I would have chicken, quinoa, lentils, and broccoli. Chicken, quinoa, lentils, broccoli. And that will be my first meal. It will be my breakfast at 12, between the hours of 12 to 2. I would have my first meal. And that will be my only meal for the day. My only meal for the day. I'm eating one big giant meal. Then after that, I'm not eating again until like 6 o'clock because I'm working. 6 o'clock is when I have something else to eat. I didn't have another meal in particular, but I had like a small snack. So that can be like a bagel or a salad or something very light that just satisfies you for the moment. And then after that, I'm probably snacking on like some crackers or some tea again, because remember, like, I am literally working around the clock. So I'm not really trying to waste time eating. That was my mindset. I was like, listen, I'm busy. I don't really have time to eat. I'm hungry AF. Let me just snack on this just to take that feeling of hunger away. That's what it was. And I think that's what really made me lose the weight, because, and I was starting to think like, is this making like my actual stomach in my body like get smaller and shrink? And I was doing research, and it was actually saying that when you're adult, your stomach stays the same size essentially, yes, but it's the fact that you're being satiated with less amounts of food in your body because you keep putting it off, right? Does that make sense? If your body's saying, hey, I'm hungry, and you're like, no, actually we're gonna wait, then you're teaching your body to be satisfied with what you currently have. You're saying, no, actually this is enough. The contents in your stomach right now are enough. Your system has to sustain itself with the amount of calories it has right now. This is gonna have to be enough, so just chill out right now. So then your body's like, okay, I won't salivate, I'll chill out. But I'm gonna let you know like a half an hour, I'm hungry again, if that's okay with you. After that, you're not gonna be straight hungry for an hour. Your body's not gonna send signals, I'm hungry for an hour. No, it's not gonna do that. It's just gonna tell you, hey, I'm hungry. Maybe 10, 20 minutes, it's gonna say I'm hungry. You can drink something, have something to drink. Or at least that's what I did. I had something to drink. I had like maybe a biscuit or two. Then I'm just like, okay, I'm busy. I have to like work. And an hour goes by, and then I finally allow myself to have something to eat. I'm not saying you should do this. I'm saying you could do this. I did it. I'm fine. I never felt dizzy, woozy, none of that, nauseous, anything like that. Only time I felt nauseous is when I was trying to retrain myself to eat more, because at that point I finally realized, I'm like, hey, wait a minute, I think I'm losing weight. So then I was like, okay, let me check. Weight said 125. I said 120 where? I shouldn't be that weight. We're not doing that. So I was like, okay, let me get thick again, because I want to be thick. Okay, I want to be voluptuous. Okay, I like being slim thick, you know what I'm saying? So let me try and eat as much as I can, because I didn't realize that I was skipping meals. Like, well, I knew I wasn't eating as much, but I really wasn't paying attention. Like, so long as I have energy, like, I don't realize myself, right? At that point, I was getting nauseous because I was trying to eat more food than my body was ready to take, because I was already satisfied. My body was already satisfied with the little amounts of food that I was having. So I was having the opposite effect now. My body was like, girl, we do not need all this food. Don't eat that. And so like I was getting really full really fast off of having like little snacks. So I kind of had to retrain myself to eat to like kind of expand my appetite more because I had completely shrunk my appetite, shrunk my stomach, just shrunk everything. Like I would slim, honey, like slim like a Slim Jim. Okay. If you're looking to lose weight, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just saying what worked for me. That was by accident though. So if I'm ever hoping to lose weight again, I'm definitely gonna do the same thing I did, but consciously. I don't know. Am I missing anything? I feel like I'm missing mad information. What else? Okay, let me just add in some other tips too that are definitely gonna help you out. Opting for grains like quinoa, legumes like lentils, those things are not as calorically dense as like the other things that you could be eating, like dumpling and rice and all that other stuff, and like lean meat, you know, and organic meat. You know what I'm saying? Because you look at the chickens that are organic, they're a lot smaller than the ones that aren't organic. You can go to the grocery store right now, honey. You look at the organic versus the non-organic. The non-organic ones pumped with hormones are 3 times the size of what a regular chicken should look like, right? And so that's part of the reason why we're 3 times the size of what we should be. That's how I shrunk my stomach, shrunk my body, lost 20 pounds, and you could do it too. What I will say though is that everybody's body is different, and I do think you should take that into account. Listen to your body, absolutely. If you're hungry, if you feel lightheaded, definitely eat. I never felt any of those things. It's basically an intermittent fast, but I didn't realize what I was doing. All I knew is that I was busy and I didn't have time to eat. Like, food was not on my mind. Getting my task done was on my mind. Like, I didn't care. Like, super tunnel vision. If you don't have experience intermittent fasting, I would say definitely be a lot more gentler on yourself. And I'm not saying to do exactly what I did, because I'm sure not everyone can do what I did. Some people have like health conditions or what have you, but you know, you have to take like certain medications with food and all that other stuff. So I'm not saying do exactly what I did. I'm saying that this is what I did, and I think that you can significantly decrease your appetite by allowing larger gaps in between the times that you eat. You're gonna allow your body to send you less "I'm hungry" signals, or send you "I'm hungry" signals in further amounts of time from each other. That's how I lost weight. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below about like more about my diet, and just like any other questions in general that you want to know and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.